Some people seem to have all the luck. But the funny thing about luck, it runs out when you least expect it. And oh, how the fates yanked that luck away from a certain noble.
Blood Tide, a full-cast audio drama inspired by Dishonored by Arkane Studios.
Written by Mystic Grove Audio.
Directed and edited by Matthew R. Wright.
Narrated by Ellie Vogel.
Edith performed by Grace Troms.
This is Wyatt Bowden performing Finn.
The Wick, performed by Jesse Labrie.
Hired Hand 1, performed by Joseph Falk.
Hired Hand 2, performed by Justice Margowski, a.k.a. Mild Hot Sauce.
This city is filled with liars and cheats, monsters wearing human skin. And no matter how much wealth you have, it doesn't mean anything in this city. The nobles saw something they shouldn't have, and listened to whispers that weren't meant for their ears. And the noble and their family paid the price. Their spouse, murdered. Their children, left to float in the waters of the canal. The noble lost everything, even their own life. But fortune smiles on the fool, or at least something does. And these old spirits whisper to an unlikely person. And these whispers have told that they have plans for this poor fool. And so, the noble wounds are tended to, for there is much to be done. A blood tide shall rise.
Boy, what are you doing? Stop standing there puffing and help me, you ass.
I'm getting to it. It ain't pleasant work, you know.
No, don't go soft over these sods. Rich prick, a lot of them. And the little runs would have become just like Mummy and Daddy. Yeah, good riddance.
Makes you realize just how insignificant we really are. Even nobles die. And left just like a rat in the gutter.
Since when are you a scar? Stop leaking and get the other three into the water. So do you guard the turn blind eye for so long?
What is this place? How did I get here? Why is it so cold? Why am I so cold?
You reek of death. It follows those of flesh, like the fog follows the wind. It disgusts us. But can it be out? No.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Oh, to you, Edith Hitch, your fear humbles us.
What? I don't. What are you?
Compared to what you once were, nothing. Compared to what you are now, a god.
A god?
To help your fragile understanding. Yes.
I have no idea what the hell you are saying.
You need not understand. Not yet. Those who call themselves our children will explain.
Please, I just want to know where I am.
Must we tell you? Poor creature. Knowing so little. You stand upon the shores of the shadow. Our cradle. Our tomb. But enough. Little this time that we are given, and we have but one message to sing. There are those of flesh who think they can break vows. You will show them that vows are not the only things that can be broken.
What? What do you mean?
By your hand. Your blood was nothing more than a mere drop in the water. But by your hand, by your choice, you will turn the great ocean red.
What was...
You are awake. Whisper songs to the
God,
weak.
what is
Whisper
this?
songs to the weak.
This
Whisper
pain in my
songs to the
chest.
weak. What are you doing? No, please, you must stay in bed. Please do not struggle.
Who are you? No, don't touch me. Stay away. This mirror. That's me?
Yes, your reflection does not lie to you. I know you don't quite look how you remember.
What did you do to me? What happened? What happened to me? What did you do?
Hey, look at me. Look at me. You need to breathe. Take a deep breath. In and out. You need to breathe, please. Don't look at the mirror. Look at me. In and out.
What is this? A blanket?
Yes, you look a bit cold. And it's best to cover your naked parts. You deserve your decency after everything that's happened.
I don't understand. What do you want with me?
Tell me, do you remember your name? Do you remember anything at all?
My name? Yes. Yes, I remember my name. Edith. Hitch. My last name was... It is Hitch.
That name is one of nobility. An old one at that. Your family has been part of Siren's nobility since the city's founding.
Then you know you have to let me go. My wife will send a sodium guard to look for me. And when they find you and see what you have done...
No one is coming to look for you. If they do, better pray the sodium guard doesn't find you.
What do you mean they won't be looking for any of us? Did you take my wife? What did you do to her?
Remember, what was the last you can recall before this moment?
What was the last thing I remember?
Think, Edith.
What game are you playing at? Fine. We were invited to a party. It was the Count of Collington?
Okay.
No, Dunshire. That's right. Dunshire. She had invited me, my wife, and even our children.
That is a good start. But what about your family? What happened to them?
Do I know what happened to them? Do I?
I know it hurts, but you must remember. Painful memories are the sparks to ignite dying embers.
No. There was so much blood. Those bastards they were all in on it. They wanted us dead, all of us.
Remember, deep breaths. Your body is still fragile. You're putting too much strain on your lungs.
I am trying to breathe. I'm trying.
I'm sorry that your family was murdered. I truly am. It was barbaric how they left your little ones to float in the canal like that.
My family is dead. Murdered, and I couldn't save them. I couldn't stop those wretched. Why couldn't I have been the one that died?
You did.
What do you mean?
Here. Drink this.
What is that? I don't want it.
I'm not asking. Drink it. Or I'll make you.
All right. You don't need to force it down my throat. Oh,
Hey! Watch it!
it tastes like seawater. But worse, what kind of poison is this?
No, it's not poison. It's going to help your body heal from the stitchings and wounds. You need to drink all of it.
Thank you, but no. Take it back.
You need to drink all of it.
Okay, how about this? I'll drink it if you start explaining what the hell is happening. Deal?
That's fair enough. But that cup better be empty by the time I finish.
Yes, fine.
A few nights ago, I found you and your family floating in the West Canal. It looked like they tried to weigh you down by tying stones to you, but it seemed that some fish must have chewed through the ropes. You were all shot. You a few more times than the rest of your family.
So, they really did kill me after they murdered? Then how did you bring me back? Why couldn't you bring my wife back? My son? My daughter? Why just me?
If were to be so, I wish your children could have been brought back along as well. After we smuggled your bodies back to the underport, we discovered that your spouse and children's bodies were very badly rotten. You were the only one who was in good enough condition, and that is putting it lightly. I'm sorry.
Rotten? How long have we been dead?
Well, someone reported you missing about a month ago. It was an absolute pain to stitch your new limbs back together, so I would say a month. Maybe even longer.
Nearly a month? Oh, my loves, I am so sorry. What did you say?
Yes. I had to replace the parts of your body that were far too damaged with some poor souls that had died in the underport. All dead beforehand, I assure you. And we made sure they died by stabbing or shooting. Drinking oneself to death might cause some damage to their organs, and I wanted to make sure your new organs were as healthy as they could be. More or less.
Okay then. So some of these new body parts replace the ones that were too far rotten? That explains the stitching along my limbs.
I have to tell you, most were from strangers, yes, but I took an eye from each of your two children and your spouse's heart and used them to replace your own.
You cut out my wife's heart? And these eyes? What kind of sick monster? I need to stand up.
I know what it sounds like. It was a gruesome act and unforgivable, but I had no other option.
Don't touch me! Too fast. Think I popped a stitch. Sorry. That was dumb on my part. Just let me sit on the bed.
Let me see. Yes, you tore some. Just, sit here. I know you're upset with me, and for good reason.
Thank you. No, I'm not mad. Well, I am, but it's just... I have no words to explain it. Forgive me, but might I have your name?
Finn is my name. The one my mother gave me.
Odd name. Not something I would name my own Needle!
Sorry, you moved.
I'm sorry. That came out wrong. So, you had me put back together. But how did you bring me back?
I am but a tailor/seamstress. Regarding your resurrection.
What do you mean? It wasn't you?
It was the wick.
The wick? That's what brought me back? Wait, that name sounds so familiar. Wicker children. That's what the Council of Bishopmen say is what you all call yourselves.
Yes, I am one of the Wicker children. Those who had been cast aside by the cathedral when we came to adore as orphans. Oh yes, the Council of Bishopmen adore those who can handle shards, but only if you can handle them well are you then of use.
First, my family and I were murdered. Then I awakened as a defiance to nature, and now I'm finding myself in the underbelly of the city, but in the belly of a cult that the cathedral deems the enemy. Oh, how far I've fallen.
You make it sound as if waking in the home of the Wicker children was worse than death. You should consider yourself lucky that death was the only thing that happened to you. We wandered in the darkness after being turned away, hunted by the Sodium Guard, and if the guards or starvation didn't kill us, then the poison of the magic in our veins would, if there was no one to help you learn to control it.
Oh. I didn't mean anything by it. I never thought the Wicker children are as evil as the Council and Sodium Guard say you are. And I am truly grateful for saving me. It is just a lot to take in.
No, I apologize. I didn't mean to snap at you like that. Many believe what the consuls say without a second thought. Tell me, before you awoke, did you see the wick?
I think I did. I was on the ocean shore, but the horizon was blocked by this giant wave frozen in place. The surface was like glass with cracks spreading across it, and it was just there, and it spoke to me. Not that I understood anything it was saying.
Then my visions were right. Then they are. Tell me, do you remember what the wick said to you?
Something about turning the ocean red and making someone pay for breaking vows.
This is a sign that you will become an assassin, and I will be helping you.
I am to become? No. No.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Just please help me up. Last time I'll move, I promise. Why are you giving me that look?
What look? I'm not giving you a look.
Yes, you are. It's like you were disappointed in me. Well, excuse me for not wanting to be the Butcher of Shadows. To be an assassin is to live a life of no honor.
You are right. An assassin, a Butcher of Shadows, is not honorable, but do you really think those who murdered you and your family deserve any honor? Deserve the dignity of a soft and quiet death?
Well, no. I suppose not.
If this is any comfort to you, this was never meant to be your destiny. You weren't supposed to die like that. The wick comes to me in my dreams some nights and sings to me. Such ugly, beautiful things. And they told me that we would find 4 bodies floating in the canal, and one would become their Butcher of Shadows.
So, you have visions of the Wick telling you about this plan. But why?
The Wick is not evil like the cathedral thinks, nor is it some great good. Even we, its children, do not know what the Wick is. It can harm and it can heal, and people seek that kind of power. Unlike the Great Mother, the Wick will always ask for something in return. A vow. And too many vows have been broken. There are some nobles who broke their vows, and the very same that have their hands stained with you and your family's blood.
His line of nobles that have wronged not only me, but the Wick? Who would have thought a man and a god could have something in common?
Take this.
What's this? A mask?
A mask carved from the bones of the sacred Leviathan Cryptodira.
That is a material that is very hard to find, let alone purchase. Even I couldn't afford a small sliver bone at an auction once. But why are you giving me this?
Gentle beast, hide away, so that the storm shall think it has won this day. Gentle beast, hide away. and let the blood tide rise this way. A dead man should stay dead. The mask will make sure it stays that way.
A dead man should stay dead. I suppose the cathedral wouldn't be too pleased with corpses walking around. My little ones begged for that splinter of bone. They both adored the fairy tales and legends of old, begging my wife to read it one more time before bed. If only you knew how well she would tell those stories. It was as if you were there.
I am sorry about your family. Do not forget them. Let their memory push you forward, not hold you back. There is work to be done.
It's as you said. There is work to be done.
Good. It is time for us to begin. Whisper songs to the weak.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the story. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe.